So this movie Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds, is this the best movie of 2021? Is it a perfect 10 out of a 10? Well, let's talk about it. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone? It is B. Avery here for another episode of Just My Opinion for my movie review for Free Guy. And if this is your first time finding me and you happen to like the video, please give me that thumbs up and consider subscribing. All right, guys, so we have this film right here, Free Guy, with Ryan Reynolds, Taika Waititi, Little Rel Howery. And this is something I was really looking forward to. When I first saw the trailer for this movie, and I did react to the trailer, if you want to go subscribe to my channel and go check that out, I was like, hey, I'm on board. I like Ryan Reynolds. I like Little Rel Howery. I like Taika Waititi. I like video games, video game adaptations. I like action adventure. This film right here looked like everything in pop culture that I like myself, all balled up into one. And I had absolutely no complaints about that. I even like the director, Mr. Shawn Levy. This is what the gentleman looks like right here. Now, of course, I haven't seen every film in his filmography, but I have seen a number of them. I haven't seen Stranger Things, but, you know, this man is the guy behind the Night at the Museum trilogy. And I think I've seen the first two. I've seen the first two. I haven't seen the third one. But I also like The Internship, Real Steel, and Date Night. So when I found out that he was a part of this, you know, I was like, hey, we got a winner on our hands. I'm on board. Like I said, let's do that. But before I go any further, let me tell you exactly what this film is about. A bank teller discovers that he's actually an NPC, non-playable character, inside a brutal open world video game. So, how did I feel about this film? Go see it, go see it, go see it, go see it. As soon as you can, as fast as you can, as safe as you can. Because in my opinion, and all things are subjective, it is just that good. There's really nothing that I didn't like in this movie, except for one thing, one character in particular, which I will talk about at the very end. But other than that, guys, this was a fun blast, home run. Ryan Reynolds knocked this out of the park. Go see this film if you are into video games. Go see this film if you're into romance, comedy, action, adventure, thrillers, suspense, CGI, all that stuff, you know, all of that is in this movie, all balled up into one in some fun environment. Even if you're into coding, if you're a computer programmer, you know, I want to see if you're able to relate to this film as well, because I mean, this film just has everything. And let's just talk about Ryan Reynolds for a second. You know, I'm a big fan of Ryan Reynolds. I haven't seen every film that he's been a part of, like I haven't seen every film that Shawn Levy's been a part of, but everything I have seen from Ryan Reynolds, even though if the movie wasn't good, I still enjoyed his character or whatever type of persona he was trying to come up with in that film. And that's the same thing with this film right here, Free Guy. I mean, I just feel like, you know, he had free reign to do everything that he wanted to do. Now, that always does not work in films because Deadpool 2 was not as good as Deadpool 1. And I feel that Ryan Reynolds was able to take more control over the creative juices in that film to where it brought it down for me. So sometimes it doesn't work, but it does work in this film right here. I mean, this was tailored for him specifically. And if not, I mean, I can't confirm that by fact, but it just feels like it was because, you know, just his personality in real life, you know, with all his charisma and energy and stuff, I mean, it just really comes out on screen in this film. And I ate it all up. And one of the things about his character that I really liked is just how confident that he was. And also just the way he was bantering back and forth with Little Rel Howery and all the one-liners that he was just throwing out there. It kind of felt like he was freestyling on screen. And I like that, you know, for me personally, that's just something that gets me attached to a film more. And I have to give all that credit to Ryan Reynolds. I also want to talk about Taika Waititi, who is an actor in this film. He's also a director, writer, producer, and he's great in this film as well. He is an over-the-top bad guy villain, and he's really goofy and like a kind of like a Looney Tunes character, and that fit within this film as well. It wouldn't work in anything else, you know. Probably people will be looking at each other left and right like, okay, what the hell is wrong with this guy? Why is he acting so kooky? But for me, it worked with him just being kind of just so over exaggerated and flamboyant, you know, with all his mannerisms and stuff like that. I mean, I liked him a lot in this film too, and I pretty much liked all of the surrounding characters as well in this movie, except for Little Real Harry. I mean, I liked his character. I just don't. Well, I'm on the fence because I mean he was fun for the most part, but there was just an aspect of it to where he was a scared black man not wanting to escape out of the sunken place. Now, everybody may not be able to relate to that, but you know, instead of reaching your full potential and being what you were really meant to be on this earth and life, you know, he just kind of wanted to accept crumbs and be like, no, I'm not supposed to do that. I don't want to break free. I just want to stay in my little bubble, my little cage right here and live out the rest of my days. That kind of brought my spirits down just a little bit. However, other than that, his character was still funny, and towards the end of the movie, he did have some redeeming qualities. There was an action scene and fight in this movie that, you know, he was kind of being thrown around like a rag doll, and that kind of did rub me the wrong way. However, the same thing kind of did happen to Ryan Reynolds' character, Guy, as well. And if you don't know what this film is about, you know, I mean, I gave you a brief synopsis before. Ryan Reynolds is inside of a video game world. He is not a real character. He thinks everything is real. He's a non-playable character. You know, if you play Grand Theft Auto or just any game to where you have your controller and you're able to control where your character goes, and there's other random characters in the video game walking down the street, driving, etc. You can go and slap them, shoot them, or can't interact with them all at all. That's what Ryan Reynolds' character Guy is in this film. But you know, he kind of opens up like he's in the Matrix, like Neo or something, like, whoa, I can see when I have these glasses right here. And I thought that that was clever. It's not completely original or anything like that. We have seen that before, you know, but not all wrapped up in a nice package like this. And that's just another reason why I like the film. All these allegories that this film has, whether it's on the surface or hidden beneath. And it just talks about free will and, you know, doing what you want to do, not waking up the same day and just doing things repeatedly over and over and over again. That can get really stale, really boring, and it's just not a good way to live your life, or at least for not me. And I mean, it's all over the place. We've all been there before where we had opportunities to be like, okay, I can either continue to go down the same path that I'm making it, I'm not happy, I'm comfortable, or I can embrace who I am, be confident, and go for it, you know, and just see exactly what happens. And that theme is all throughout this movie, and another reason why I liked it so much. I talked about CGI briefly. There is a ton of that in this film. If you like that film by Steven Spielberg, Ready Player One, that kind of relates to this as well, to where you just have guns blazing, explosions, lasers, swords, knives, everything is clashing back and forth, buildings falling down, putting up costumes, makeup, randomness, whatever. I did enjoy, well, no, I don't want to, well, I don't want to compare which film I like more than other, because one did some things better than the other one did, and this one did things better than this one did, you know, but they do have some similarities. And so, guys, it's just a fun film. I did not know how it was going to end. I like the villain in this film. I like the stakes. It had true meaning. I mean, it was just a great film overall, and I absolutely loved it. It's not going to win any Oscars and things like that, and it's not trying to, but it's just a fun film, and it's near perfection. I mean, I was smiling ear to ear. As a comic book fan, there was one part towards the end where I was like screaming, you know, in my seat, like, yes, I can't believe they did that. And there was another little Easter egg they threw in there, and I don't want to mention the title of it because that will spoil stuff. And so I've actually seen this twice in a way, or really just 1.5 times. I know this review is coming to you late, but the first time I saw it, I was really tired and I fell asleep in the theater. And so when I woke up, the credits was running. I was like, damn, I don't know what I'm gonna be able to do. I can't get this review out because I was asleep for half of it. And I would just be making stuff up. But I just got back home from the theater and seeing it, and I may see it again. I mean, things are digital right now. If Blu-ray and 4K and physical media was still a thing, this is something that I will possibly buy, you know, because I know that sound and video quality is just that good. And you know, I can the rewatchability of this, you know, I think is just through the roof. And so while I cannot give it a perfect 10, it's damn near up there. I'm going to give it a 9.5 out of 10, a 9.5 out of 10. I mean, it's a fun film, guys, and you should check it out if you get the chance. So, guys, again, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Kitavery, and that's just my opinion. Peace.